Hello students, today I am going to teach you Unit 3.1 Night of the Scorpion, which is composed by Nissim Ezekiel. Nissim Ezekiel 1924 to 2004 was an Indian Jewish poet, actor, playwright, editor and art critic. He was a foundational figure in post-colonial India's literary history, specifically for Indian writings of a wider range. The poet depicts the selfless love of a mother who is stung by a scorpion. Now let's see the poem. This poem talks about the love of a mother for her children, as she might be in any situation, in any condition, in any problem, but she always thinks and cares about her children. Here poet is remembering one night when he was a child, and he said how his mother was stung by a scorpion and how she was suffered, and at the end she was grateful to God that the scorpion had not stung the children. So the poem starts like this. I remember the night my mother was stung by a scorpion. 10 hours of steady rain had driven him to crawl beneath a sack of rice. Here the poet says he remembered. Now the poet is a grown-up man. He remembered it from his childhood that one night his mother was stung by a scorpion. There was continuous rain, and because of that rain the scorpion driven, or he was there in the poet's house and he was under the sack of rice. Parting with his poison flesh of diabolic tail in the dark room, he risked the rain again. Now here the scorpion had stung poet's mother, and once his poison was parted from his tail, it means once he stung her, then the flesh of diabolic tail in the dark room. Here we can see that diabolic means having the quality of devil or wicked. So because it was wicked and wicked tail, and flesh means sudden click of light. Here the poet wants to say that when his mother was stung by the scorpion, that sting was lightning in her body, that pain was like flesh. And after stinging his mother, the scorpion went out in the rain, risking his life again to save his life as he stung the person. So it went outside. The peasants came like swarms of flies and buzzed the names of God 100 times to paralyze the evil one. When the neighbors of the poet came to know about the happening, they came out of their house like swarms of flies and buzzed the name of God 100 times to paralyze the evil one. And they chanted the name of God. They prayed the God to paralyze the evil. Here we can see that paralyze means to stop an activity. So the people prayed to God to make that evil scorpion paralyzed as it stung the scorpion's mother, because there was a superstition that as the scorpion moves the poison in the body spread so fast. So they prayed to make that scorpion paralyzed so it can't move in mother's body. With candles and with lanterns, throwing giant scorpion shadow on the mud-backed walls. They searched for him, he was not found. They clicked their tongues with every movement that the scorpion made his poison moved in mother's blood, they said. As we know that there was a continuous raining, and at that time there was no light. So the neighbors came up with the candles and lanterns. They were trying to search the scorpions and they wanted to kill the scorpion. So the poison could not spread, and so they were searching him, and the house was made of mud. As they were searching the scorpion, their shadow were like scorpion on the mud walls. They searched him, but it was not found because he went outside. They clicked their tongue, means they regretted as they couldn't find him, and stopped the poison to spread in the poet's mother's blood. Now there was superstition. One person was telling that the more the scorpion moves, the poison in the mother's blood will also move fast. May he sit still, they said. May the sins of your previous birth be burned away tonight, they said. The people from his neighborhood prayed to God that may that scorpion sit still, may he not move or walk, so that the poison could not move fast. Again they said there was the superstitions in the village that so they said may her sins means past bad deeds from her previous life burned away with that sting of scorpion. May your suffering decrease. The misfortunes of your next birth, they said. May the sum of all evil balanced in the unreal world against the sum of good become diminished by your pain. Now, they said that because of this suffering, this pain, they prayed that may your misfortunes of from your past birth decrease. So they were consoling for her. They said that in this world you have more evil than good deeds. So they prayed to balance those good and evil deeds in this unreal world. Because of this suffering, they said the sum of sin or bad deeds diminished means reduced against the good deeds and they become balanced. May the poison purify your pain, your flesh, or desire and your spirit of ambition. They said, and they sat around on the floor with my mother in the center, the piece of understanding on each face. Again, they said, here we can see that desire means physical desire and ambition means mental desire. So they said that may the poison purify her physical desire and spirit of a mental desire. They sat around the floor. The poet's mother was in the center of the floor and the neighbors sat around with the piece of understanding on their face. They were understanding the pain she was suffering and they were calm and they were understanding the pain through which she was going through. More candles, more lanterns, more neighbors, more insects and the endless rain. My mother twisted through and through, droning on mat. Now there was many people, many neighbors with more candles, more lanterns. There were more insects because of rain, and the rain was endless. Means it was a heavy rain. The poet's mother was twisted from one side to another. Groaning means here we can see that groaning means a mournful sound conveying pain or grief. She was in pain and she was twisted in pain on the mat. My father, septic, rationalist, trying every curse and blessings. Powder, mixture, herb and hybrid. The poet talks about his father who doesn't believe in superstitions. He was a septic means who has doubt on beliefs and the superstitions, and he was rationalist means a person who believes in reason and knowledge than opinion and beliefs. So the poet's father does not believe in superstitions. He tried whatever he could and whatever he could good or tried to diminish the poison in her wife's blood. He used everything whatever he could and he used powder, mixture, herbs, hybrid to save her wife. He even poured a little paraffin upon the bitten toe and put a match to it. I watched the flame feeding on my mother. I watched the holy man perform his rite to tame the poison with incantation. After 20 hours, it lost its sting. The poet's father poured a little kerosene oil on the wound, a part where the scorpion bitten her, and put a match. And there was the belief that with that flame the poison will burn out. Then poet said he watched now the flame of fire was burning where the scorpion bitten her. Then he said about his father that how he was doing all and how he was controlling the poison with rites, rituals, incantation. Incantation means the chanting of words claim to have magical power. So he watched all these. The sting lasted till 20 hours. She suffered for 20 hours. So after 20 hours, the poison was diminished. My mother only said, "Thank God, the scorpion picked me on and spared my children." So at last, what happened? After recovery, the poet's mother said that she is thankful to God that the scorpion had bitten her and not to her children. So, from this poem, we can see that the love of mother in any situation, a mother always choose happiness of her children. She can bear any pain for safety of her children. So, we can't compare anyone to our mother. Here, with this beautiful message, we finish our poem.